Now we start with 1 hour chart. Just I want to give a quick update. All right, and if refer to our analysis, if we refer to my last video when the price was here, we mentioned whether we can look for buy or sell, and this is what is moving. We give a different option how we can trade it, and one of the things was whether we can put in these two relative to each other for one more drop. But now, as we can see, the price is moving quite fast, but we didn't have any trade set up within this range. Even if we move to 15 minute, the way it's moving is quite sharp, but we didn't have any chance to look for trade. We didn't have trade set up. And we mentioned if there is a continuation, maybe we can look for the breakout with the correction to get the trade. But right now, we cannot look for buy. Okay. Now we want to see how we have been looking for this. If we can see when the price was within this move, we mentioned we did this breakout, maybe we can expect for the reversal. And now as you can see, the price break the low. And if you put this one relative to this, based on MACD, we don't have anything. That's been the divergence. But based on another one, we have it. Almost all right. That's why we mentioned maybe the price can reverse or this one turn to a correction for one more drop. Okay. Anyway, if this is the start of the up move, we didn't have any chance. And the next correction, we can look for buy. Now we're looking at the bigger picture. We want to see what we have it. Okay. And what we have been looking for. We get this down move we have been looking for, whether this is the start of the up move or bigger correction for one more drop, at least to break 1250. From there, maybe look for buy. Now we want to know which one, how we can trade it. And if we move to forward chart, again, when the price was within this move, we put this one in relative to this for one more drop. We get. But if this is a correction relative to this, the price have to retest this one, which we mentioned 1250. Not retest, test before we get the reversal. But as we can see, this one is moving. We had another option, made this one tend to expanding. But again, trading with expanding is not that easy. But if we get the running flat, for example, similar to what we have here, for the next move, this kind of the flat can give us a better trade rather than this. The similarity is at the top, both of them break the previous top. But when the price drop, the running cannot break the previous low, but the expanding can break. Okay, because usually when we have this kind of the flat, we can look for the continuation, and any expanding can, this one can drop and turn to, sorry, running turn to expanding. Okay, where we get this sharp move after the breakout of this. Now we want to see how we can trade it. Okay, again, if we move to 1 hour chart, the way it's moving is really sharp. We don't have any trade set up. If this one continue, the only way we can look for buy, whether breakup, the best is if we get the breakout. Any correction, we can look for buy. Or how about if we get the flag here, also still we can have entry above the trend line. Okay, but one things we need to know, how about if this one turn to a correction relative to this for one more drop? Okay, that's why we cannot jump into this trade now unless we get the correction. And if we get any buy from here, when the prices start to move, if the price come to this top, which is 1603, if it is not moving, we take out the trade. We don't stay with the trade at all. Okay, and this is how we can look for buy. And the best things was we mentioned if these two become in relative to each other for one more drop, then we see if we have a divergence, any reversal, we look for buy. All right, but now we want to see what we get from here. And if this one turn to a correction is similar to what we have here, if we want to look for sell right now, in case we get the down move, the first option, any reversal with a correction as a flag, we can sell it. With the breakout of this low, the another one having entry below this, which is almost 1443. And what we want the price to tag and break and continue. If tag 1 or 2 hours is not moving, we take out the trade. But we need to know that if we're looking at this correction in relative to this, if we get the down move, we can look for sell, and what we get from here, it should be similar to what we have here. That's why if how deep it can go, the only reason if we get the sell we want to take in case this correction, as we explained based on forward chart, tend to a flat. If I remove everything, so it will be more clear. because we were looking for this correction in relative to this. That's why if we get any sell, in case this option is correct, the price can test this low. Okay, that's why we can risk. It depends on the traders whether they want to look for sell or not. But based on bigger picture, we will be more interested in the buy. Okay, now we explain how we can trade it. The only thing is we want to see whether this one is a continuation and can confirm for buy or can give us one move down. All right, but right now we cannot even sell or buy within what we have right now, because if we buy or sell may tend to the other way. Okay, because what we have here, see, sharp move and reverse. It still is correcting. Okay, can we expect to get a small flag here? I think it's better we look at the 1 hour chart rather than here. Okay, anyway, we just follow the chart and see how we can trade it. If we see any changes, then I will share. Thanks.